And we are live for a very special podcast on the Panenka View. It is United versus Liverpool. Manchester United versus Liverpool, probably the most fiercest rivalry in English football. The Red Devils and the Red. Meanwhile, joining me on the show, Abhishek Purohit, a die-hard Liverpool fan from Mumbai. Abhishek, it's so good to have you here. And joining me also on the show with Shivashish, who is not a United supporter. He's an Arsenal supporter, but he's joined in as a neutral. So, Abhishek, there's a lot to speak to you and to Shivashish. Obviously, we have a host of topics that we want to talk, starting with the game this Sunday. And what can you tell us about the Liverpool lineup this Sunday? Mo Salah injured, out due to injury. What can you tell about that? Yeah.
The biggest boost for us is, Matip is back in the training and Allison is back as well. So, we'll have our number one keeper. So, defense will be more solid. And since Matip is also back, the VVD and Matip partnership this season was really rock solid till this point. So, we'll be more confident going into this game.
And what about Mohamed Salah? Is he out due to injury, or will he make the bench, or is he out completely?
No, according to me, Salah will be there in the starting 11. So, he is fit. He has trained as well. So, I think, Klopp will give him a chance.
All right. And Shivashi, since we don't have a United fan here, but we've got a lot of updates on their squad, and Paul Pogba and David De Gea miss out this Sunday, and that's a straight headline that Paul Pogba and David De Gea are out of the match this Sunday due to injury suffered in the national camps. How big miss are they going to be for that United side, who's actually struggling for results this season?
Yeah, right. So yeah, like David De Gea has been, a United standout player. He has been bailing their assets out for the last couple of or more than 2 or 3 seasons, right? So missing De Gea in the international break will be massive. And I don't know how good Will Patricio is, because he's anyways not very technical at the base level. In the Premier League, that took American Liverpool attack of Mane, Salah, and Firmino. I don't think they'll do it. Yeah, so that's the first thing. And Pogba, right?
Pogba.
He has been good, and a lot of conflict in the United squad as well because of him. But yeah, I think he's a very pivotal player, and United are going to miss a player of his experience. On Sunday.
Abhishek, as a fan, what battles are you looking forward to this Sunday in the United Liverpool game? Especially, let's start with the defense. Let's start with the midfield, and one by one. What battles are you looking forward?
So first of all, I'll just go with the defensive battle. So it will be like VVD and Maguire. So Maguire has come with a heavy price tag of 80 million euros. So he will have a point to prove as well, and he won't get a better chance to prove his worth in a game like Liverpool versus Manchester United. So
And
yeah,
And Abhishek, sorry to interrupt the stream, but we have a United fan here. Please let me welcome Subhajit Ghosh from Kolkata. Subhajit, hi. You're a bit late, but yeah, it's good to have you here. How are you doing? Can you hear us, by
I'm
the way?
doing good, man. How are you?
I'm all
Yes,
right.
yes,
The
I can
Premier,
hear you.
the international break is over, and football returns. So all of us are doing great. Well, let's get back to Abhishek first on the question. I asked Abhishek a question about the battles that he's looking forward to. Yes, Abhishek. Sorry for the interruption. Yeah.
Yeah, so I was talking about Maguire and Van Dijk. So as I said, Maguire has a point to prove now. He has to prove his price tag as well, and he won't get a better chance to prove his worth. So one battle is Maguire and VVD. Then if I see another battle will be Van Bissaka versus Trent. So both are really good fullbacks. And United fans, obviously, they say that Van Bissaka is better than Trent. because he is, according to them, he is better defensively. But we all know that Trent is world class. He's a Champions League winner as well. So yeah, that will be a interesting battle as well. So
Uh, yeah, yeah.
so defensively, I'll look for these two battles. Then if we go to midfield, I mean, for us, big boost is Pogba is missing, and the key will be Fabinho, according to me, because he's the person who will break the play. I mean, he will take the yellow card for the team. So you need someone who breaks the play, who will take the cards for the team. And since his arrival, our midfield has got a big boost basically. So
Yeah, who breaks up
he's
the play,
really key
correct.
person. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
So he's a
yeah.
key person. And for United, actually, since Pogba is not there, then I think midfield battle, Liverpool will be very strong and they will win the midfield battle.
All
And
right.
attacking, I mean, our attacking trio is right now, the best in the world, you can say. And I don't think anyone will disagree to this. But United, they have Martial back for this particular game, and in the beginning of the season he was in form, and then he got injured. So this will be a big boost for United. So we don't know whether he will start or not, but I think he will definitely be on the bench. So Martial and Rashford, they both will hold a key for this particular game.
Hmm. Good point there. I'd like to direct the next question to Shubhajit if you're listening. Shubhajit, if you can unmute your thing and
Yes.
firstly, let us talk about the players that are missing this Sunday, and we have a lot to talk to you regarding the problems there and some questions that have been given to us by the fans. First time, by the way, I have received a few questions to be asked to specific set of fans. So let's ask first of all, what have you made of the season so far, and is this the game that could turn out to be a turning point in the season of Manchester United?
I think if we managed to humiliate ourselves, Ole is definitely getting the sack. Like last season, it happened with Mourinho. It ended with a 3-1 defeat with Liverpool, and he got the sack after that. So I think if we lose this one, Ole is getting the sack. And with the news of Allegri and everything around the corner, so this is a very crucial game for him. If we win, the problems obviously won't go away, or even if we draw, the problems won't go away. But I mean, it will for a while, and we can celebrate.
All right. Shivashish, Shubhajit mentioned a sack is coming Ole's way. I read somewhere that seeing the form United are in, and this Liverpool game is nearly a wash for a few. Are it the games after the Liverpool fixture that matter, or will the sack come immediately after this game? I mean, because the board is willing to back him, is willing to back him, etc. Yeah.
Yeah, so like as a neutral, I want Ole to stay. Okay, Ole is still at the wheels. So as a neutral, I'd like him to stay. But yeah, I mean, if you see at United fixtures after the Liverpool game, it kind of eases out for them. I mean, they are going in a very healthy run of fixtures. So if by any chance Ole managed to get a draw at least for this game, then I think they will be good enough. I think they can keep Ole till December, and maybe they can try something else if things doesn't turn out. But to give him the sack directly after the Liverpool game, if there is a sacking, then definitely there is a lot of backlash, and he's definitely getting fired. But if he manages a draw, then I think he should be good enough because the pictures United are having is quite favorable.
Hmm. Well, Shubhajit, one more question
Yes.
on the striking department, and how badly do you miss Lukaku with Martial going in and out through injury and Rashford currently at the center of all the attention of misfiring and stuff? How badly do you miss Lukaku? What would you love? Is there a player in mind that United will sign in January to cover the
There
void?
are there are talks about Mario Mandzukic. So I think, yeah, there are talks about Mario Mandzukic. He can be a short-term solution, in my opinion, because he can play as a target man and all. And
Hmm.
I never thought I would say this, but I really miss Lukaku in this situation right now.
By the way, Abhishek, we are actually Liverpool has 17 wins in 17 games. The last 17 games. That's a perfect record. And
Yes.
United have 17 points in their 17 games that they have amassed 17 points. So last 17 games. So this Sunday, if Liverpool manage to win, they will have more wins than United have points. What do you make of stats like that when they pop up on your screen?
I'll be really happy, to be frank, and all Liverpool fans will be, really happy. So we'll definitely want to, go for the win, and there is no better place to do it at Old Trafford in front of United fans. So, that will be like cherry on the ice cream.
Yeah, all right. So, looking at everything, let us introduce one more face to the podcast,
Guys, I
and that
lost
is
the audio. I'm unable to hear you guys, right?
no. We are perfectly able to hear you. If I think you have a problem, 1 second. Yeah. So yeah, Aditya has joined us, and Aditya is also a neutral fan, by the way. But Shubhajit, the focus is United
Yeah.
Liverpool, and my next question to you would be, what's wrong? What's going on in that United board? I mean, when the previous manager asked for a centre back and reinforcements, I think he was shown the door. And what's with the Ole backing thing? Where exactly are you all on the director of football thing? What's going on currently in that board?
See, regarding the Ole backing thing, before a few months before Jose got the sack, he was actually handed an extension, contract extension. So
Yeah,
these
yeah.
these stories of backing the manager and everything doesn't really matter when the results don't go the club's way. So, and the club is in a mess right now, and Ed fingers are finally being pointed by the journalists and everyone towards Ed Woodward and the Glazers family, thankfully. And there are four failed managerial regimes under Ed Woodward, so that has got to tell you the entire story. There is
Hmm.
no, I mean, when you're appointing a manager, when it's a proper big club, when you're appointing a manager, they do proper research and everything. But here the appointment was purely emotional, Ole's appointment, because he won a few games on the trot when he was appointed as the interim manager. And
Hmm.
on the basis of that emotions, he was appointed as the manager. And like now we are in this situation. The same happened with Mourinho because Mourinho big name was available, so we got Mourinho. Before that, LVG, I mean, did well in the World Cup, and we got him. And before that, I don't know how we got David Moyes, but I think that has been the story.
And his contract, by the way, expired this summer. The 6 year
Yeah.
contract, by the way,
Yes. Yes.
expired
I
this
know.
summer, and
I know.
so did the managerial reigns of four of them after that. And um, if United were, if Jose Mourinho got the current squad that United have, would the fortunes be different for them?
No, definitely not. Because our squad is completely depleted. We don't have forwards. We don't have midfielders. Completely
Okay, you
depleted.
no, you don't. But yeah, and on the other side, there's a board that completely backed their manager, invested significantly well, sold their players for great profits. The Coutinho money, bringing in Virgil van Dijk, and I'm missing something. Allison, yeah, Allison, the much needed reinforcement in defense, and Abhishek, how have the last 2 years, especially, been for as a Copite
Uh,
after missing out on the Champions League for so long?
so basically, Klopp sorted out the defensive problems and goalkeeper problem, due to which, that was one of the reasons why we lost the Champions League final against Real. And then, that time he realized that we need a proper defender. So Van Dijk was in his mind, since last to last year. But then he waited. He didn't, go for any other defender. So he waited,
Hmm.
and in Jan he utilized that money for Van Dijk. And after the Champions League final, which we lost, then he bought the Allison. So
Yeah.
full credit goes to our managing director uh, Michael Edwards as well for this.
Yeah.
Uh, so yeah, I'm really happy as a fan. We sorted out our defensive problem, our goalkeeping problems, and now where we are only because of this.
Oh, all right. That's
Because
true.
as Fergie said, defense wins you titles. So
Yeah, attacks wins
we
you
won the
games.
champion, yeah, and
Yeah.
defense wins you titles. So
Yeah. Correct. Aditya, what are your thoughts on the game this Sunday? It's the big one at Old Trafford.
Yeah, it's definitely a big one. It's a much needed win for the United too. Like they need the 3 points to get the team running again. But yeah, they're facing a side who has been unbeaten all throughout the league. Yeah, it's going to be a hard one for them, and Liverpool will continue to keep the title, be the title contenders.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough tie.
So Subhajit, if you're Solskjaer, you're not Solskjaer, but if you're
Yeah.
Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, what are you saying to the players before the game on Sunday? If you are, that is a big if.
I would just say that don't disappoint. Don't just disappoint. Don't disappoint. Respect the badge. Play for the badge. Don't disappoint because we don't have Pogba, so there is no creative outlet. All we can do is play on the counter. So we have better defense than last year. So hopefully that can work out.
Hmm.
Playing on
So
the
this
counter.
is what we do towards the end of the show. We first have a couple. I have a couple of questions, and one of them is predictions. So get your predictions ready of what you feel the score line would be, and then as we exit the podcast, we ask people to share their final thoughts on anything that they want to say. So let's start with Subhajit. It's a home game, so let's give you the pleasure first of predicting what do you think will be the final score line, and I mean, what do you feel?
I think it will be a repeat of last year, 3-1 Liverpool.
Hmm. Okay, we've got his prediction. In Aditya,
2-0 Liverpool.
2-0 to Liverpool. That's a straightforward one. And Abhishek.
my prediction is 3-1 to Liverpool.
Okay, so you don't want the clean sheet, I see.
I do want. I'll be more than happy. We'll welcome
All right.
Allison with a clean sheet, but I think United will score one, maybe consolation goal.
All right. So since we are talking about the big match, let us also, Abhishek, can you tell the viewers are across India and across Mumbai, where could they watch the big one with the Liverpool fans this Sunday?
So, guys, if you are Liverpool fans and if you want to watch the screening in with all Liverpool fans in Mumbai, then definitely you can come to Rasta, which is there in Khar. So there is a live screening at Rasta, so you can come at 8 p.m. and you can watch the screening with us.
All
So
right.
the atmosphere will be electrifying. So I can assure you that. So we would all welcome you guys.
This way, a mini Anfield to say, a mini
Yes,
Anfield.
yes, yeah,
Subhajit,
yeah.
any match screening there in your city?
Not that I'm aware of because I'm sure there is, but I'm not really aware of it. I'm
All
sure
right.
there is.
All right. Aditya, any final thoughts on the game this Sunday and anything that you would like to add on the podcast?
Yeah, like it would be nice, to see United back in the winning ways, like to see them compete again. I mean, it's even though we're rivals, it's nice to see a team degrading in such a manner. Like, it's nice to have that competition going, and then seeing them degrade like that is not a nice thing to see.
So this on Sunday, the game will be done, and you can watch post-match analysis right here on the Panenka View podcast. We will do a post-match analysis here on the podcast, and let's hope we have a very good game in our hands this Sunday. A lot is banking on United because they are the team under fire. Ole is a manager under fire. And Liverpool, like Van Dijk said, Abhishek, I read a comment saying Liverpool have nothing to lose going there on Sunday. An 8-point gap at top, 15 points clear of their arch rivals. This game promises to be a cracking one. So United without Paul Pogba and David De Gea look to reignite their season under manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. We have got the predictions from these men, and we will be looking forward to Sunday. So if make sure to like this video, make sure to subscribe to the channel. You will be seeing a lot more of this every 3 days. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for joining on such a short notice. And it's good to have you, and it's good to have your opinion on the Panenka View podcast. Until next time, here's your host Prasad signing out with Abhishek, Subhajit, and Aditya. Thank you.
Cheers.